But here, yesterday, King Charles made his first public appearance since revealing he has cancer. Royal editor Russell Myers joins me now. Hello.
Hi.
He seemed in good spirits.
Yes, you know, a bit of light in the darkness, I think, for King Charles, following his pretty devastating cancer diagnosis. Whenever you hear that word, it's pretty heavy, isn't it? But, you know, all smiles yesterday at Sandringham, stopping, waving to the crowd. There was a bit of a larger crowd than usual to see him walk into church. But Camilla by his side and, you know, just all of our best wishes towards him.
And he's thanked the public, hasn't he, for all of their affection?
He has. This came on the weekend on Saturday. Buckingham Palace released a statement from the King himself talking about his heartfelt thanks, saying that he'd taken the greatest comfort and encouragement of all the messages of support that have pretty much flooded in from all the four corners of the globe. And what I thought was very interesting, he was talking about how he'd been sort of emboldened by the statements from the NHS and the charity, saying that they've had this sort of flood of people accessing information about signs and symptoms of cancer. So, you know, what a great deed that he has done from being so open about his cancer diagnosis.
Incredible. Now, listen, there is a sort of slightly odd ripple-out effect of what's happened, which is to do with AI.
Yeah.
And the palace have now had to call in the lawyers, and it's something to do with what these fake books being generated by artificial intelligence about his diagnosis.
Well, this is pretty dark. I mean, so the palace has put out a pretty punchy statement, which I'll come on to in a minute. But this is about AI books, and 7 books are being sold on Amazon using real authors' names, but completely generated by AI. They are vivid descriptions of the king's fear, anger, and despair.
Well, all fake.
All absolutely fake. Talking about details of a fake operation to remove a tumour. Now, the statement that was put out by Buckingham Palace said any such titles speculating about His Majesty's diagnosis and treatment are intrusive, insensitive, and filled with inaccuracies. Our legal team will be looking at these things closely. So, yeah, pretty punchy. We don't normally get that from the palace, but they feel very, very strongly about this, of course.
Them.
Absolutely don't buy them.
On Amazon, yeah. Now, look, we obviously all saw Prince Harry make his, you know, dash across the globe. We understand for half an hour, could that even be real? Just half an hour?
Well, it was. I mean, he was only in and out the gates within about 45, 50 minutes.
Now, who is suggesting that this could... I mean, I don't really like to say it. Some people are saying that they think this might have been a PR stunt, but I mean, it seems a bit cruel to me.
It is. No, it is. Let's put this to bed, because it is cruel. Regardless of the relationship between these two brothers, you know, we've discussed it a lot over the last couple of years. The relationship is very, very fractured indeed. Whether there's any route back for it remains to be seen. However, you know, how unfair are we being on Harry when we're saying it was a PR stunt, so he flew over from California just to have 30 minutes with his father? His next engagement was, of course, at this NFL event, big glitzy, glamorous event prior to the Super Bowl. But listen, his father is suffering from cancer. He hadn't seen him face-to-face for 16 months. He didn't have any time with him during the coronation. Regardless of their relationship, I think he wanted to come over as soon as he could after the public statement, having known for a few days because the King phoned him personally, and he just wanted to be by his dad's side. I mean, you can't knock him for that at all. Well, I don't like all that. No, exactly. So let's, you know, put it to bed.
Let's put it to bed.
And it's, but the relationship is one thing, but that's very unfair.
Though, you would say it is a bit odd to come all that way and only spend 45 minutes.
Well, they're not a normal family.
I know, but it is odd, isn't it? I think that is odd, actually.
But the fact that you have to book an appointment to see your father, you correspond with them via letters, it's not like, you know, picking up your phone and texting your dad, because he doesn't have a phone anyway, so you can't message him.
Yeah,
so.
OK, fine. But let's talk about George and where he might go to secondary school, because we know that Kate's been to Marlborough, which is her old school, isn't it? But was she maybe opting with something different?
Well, there is. There's a new school on the agenda, and it's called Arndal. And the fact is, we understand Kate is not very keen for George to go to Eton, possibly go to Marlborough, but Arndal is a co-ed front runner, we're told, a snip at £34,000 a year. Bit cheaper than Marlborough, which is £47,000. But we
Cost of living crisis.
Well, indeed, they're watching the pennies, the old rolls. But we did a virtual tour, me and the team, yesterday, and it is spectacular. Of course, you would imagine the top-notch facilities, their own cricket ground, theatre, engineering centre, music building. But it is an interesting point, because where is the future king going to be schooled? And I suppose, you know, it's a talking point, isn't it? Because they have the luxury of being able to send your children to these schools. Exactly.
2 other quick questions. The royals are spending half-term together.
Yes. Yeah, the Waleses have decamped to Norfolk, which is
that
interesting.
That isn't Norfolk, by the way. That's a bit
that's just them on the Saturday going to
for sort
church.
of the country bumpkins that they might become during half term.
Well, the Waleses have decamped to their home in Norfolk, which is interesting because Kate has been in hospital. She's well enough to travel. So, again, all of our best wishes are for her. Got to pop in to see the King, no doubt.
Now, Michael Sheen.
Yeah.
Is going to turn into Prince Andrew.
He is,
oh,
yeah.
my word.
Spooky. Well, this is interesting because there's two big dramas coming out. We've got a very royal scandal, which Michael Sheen is going to be in. That is, we don't know where it's going to be broadcast at the moment. That's on Amazon Prime. Then we've got Scoop, which is Netflix all-star cast. Interesting.
The Newsnight interview. Yes, that's what that is
all about the Newsnight interview. Andrew's fall from grace. He's absolutely disgraced from the royal family. So catch them if you can. Michael Sheen, interestingly, said he wants to deliver a more humanising role to Andrew. So let's wait and see what he delivers.
Fantastic. Super stuff. Nice to see
Lovely
you.
To see you.